During a patrol, the suspect suddenly accelerated, swerved dangerously, and sped off at high speed. The rapid response police team pursued relentlessly, making every moment a breathless thrill. After evading obstacles and being relentlessly pursued, the suspect lost control and crashed into two vehicles at a junction. Police immediately subdued him and escorted him to the station for processing. The chase erupted when the driver ignored a stop order, recklessly weaving through a crowded area, plunging traffic into chaos and extreme danger. Finally, a precise pirouette maneuver forced the car to the shoulder, halting the driver's escape attempt. Police quickly subdued and arrested the suspect, who now faces multiple serious charges. In the tense chase, the patrol team did not back down against the reckless suspect. Despite being ordered to stop, the suspect attempted to evade and flee, escalating the situation to extreme danger. After a series of dangerous maneuvers, the patrol team ordered the motorcycle to stop. The suspect was subdued and arrested, making all his efforts futile. Police arrested 3 suspects linked to the stolen BMW SUV. A helicopter helped locate the vehicle at a parking lot, where 2 suspects were caught trying to break into another car. Police arrested 3 suspects, including a 17-year-old teenager, facing charges of car theft and resisting arrest. With high bail and serious charges, they will face legal consequences. The chase erupted as the stolen car sped away at high speed. endangering traffic safety. Police coordinated with an aerial team, quickly tracking and locating the suspect. Police and aerial units worked together to surround the suspect, who fired shots at law enforcement. After a tense standoff, he was arrested, and the stolen car was recovered. On Interstate 40, Sergeant A. Escamilla, a 29, spotted a suspicious motorcyclist and decided to pursue. A tense chase through North Little Rock began.
Looks like it might be Lieutenant here shortly. Just got on 440 east, no traffic. Speeds are 70. Just took the 12. Getting on Highway 161. Going south on Highway 161. It's gonna be a white. Might be a white now.
Yeah. Just took the four.
Finally, at the intersection of Highway 440 and Lindsay Road, the chase concluded as Sergeant J. Killian, A42, assisted in apprehending the suspect. A perfect coordination, bringing an end to a tense pursuit every mile of the way.
We have multiple tire deflation devices underneath your wheels. The Seattle Police Department. Seattle Police! Get out of the car!
The suspect drove a stolen vehicle into an occupied tent and fled at high speed. Hiding in a dumpster, he was captured by a K-9 unit. Police recovered a firearm and the vehicle, and the suspect now faces serious charges.
He's bailing on the freeway on ramp. He's hopping fences. Stop!
Let me see your hands. Stand up.
Put your hands up.
Can I get a cigarette or something?
Put your hands up and get out now.
The crackdown reached its peak as 5 teenagers drove recklessly, swerving lanes and running red lights, causing a major collision. Police swiftly subdued the suspects with aerial and ground support.
Passing oncoming lanes.
South on 15 Mullen.
It looks like we're gonna run a red light. Just T-bone it. T-bone there. Accident right there.
Get him.
Get on the ground now! All the way down! All the way down! Do it now! Do not move! Do not ground! Do it now! Get him!
31, he's in the far back corner. It's gonna be the southwest corner of that yard.
Call out!
Appears to be compliant.
Despite the danger, a helmetless motorcyclist recklessly throws himself into an escape. The police are prepared with every tactic, determined to end this daring chase.
Motocicleta, 0. Senhor policiante, 4200.
The final moments of the chase. The rider darted across the road, disregarding traffic, and was suddenly hit by a car. The collision left him with no way to escape, and the police swiftly apprehended him on the spot. The police pursued a suspicious vehicle as the driver tried to flee. A successful pit maneuver led to the arrest, recovery of a weapon, and safe rescue of 3 dogs. The woman was released after verification. A deputy sheriff spotted the suspect near a bicycle and approached him. The suspect fled, drew a gun, but was quickly subdued with a patrol vehicle and arrested. He now faces multiple serious charges. The tense chase escalated as the car swerved off the exit and sped south at high speed, plunging the situation into a state of danger and unpredictability.
Took the wood road, so we're going to be back south on Wood Road. Show me 37.
The suspect crashed into a utility pole while fleeing, prompting a thorough police search for clues. Despite minimal damage, the chase raised questions. A quiet afternoon was shattered as police attempted to stop a violating SUV. The driver recklessly fled, sparking a high-speed chase through busy streets. The SUV lost control and flipped over in chaos. The driver was ejected, landing in a ditch, and was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. An investigation was launched immediately. Police received information about an armed suspect and immediately responded, but a collision with another vehicle complicated the situation further.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
The collision left the driver of the Corolla seriously injured and hospitalized in a medically induced coma, but with a chance of survival. The police officers sustained minor injuries and have been treated. A motorcyclist is being chased by police at high speed, reaching an astonishing 151 miles per hour. Under intense pressure, the motorcyclist lost control and crashed into another car while traveling at 135 miles per hour. Emergency services quickly arrived on the scene, and fortunately, no one was harmed. This incident serves as a chilling reminder of the consequences of trying to evade the law. The motorcycle carrying a man and woman without helmets sped through city streets, ignoring police signals to stop. They weaved recklessly through the crowd, narrowly missing oncoming vehicles, displaying sheer audacity in their frantic escape. Despite every effort to escape, the motorcycle was forced to the shoulder and the fugitive was subdued, an inevitable end to a bold and dangerous flight. The chase began as the suspect sped down the highway, trying to evade capture. Even with police closing in, he recklessly squeezed through narrow gaps, refusing to stop. After moments of tension, a successful PT maneuver spun the car into the guardrail. Though the suspect tried to continue, he was forced to surrender when the vehicle became immobilized and was removed to face consequences. The chase began as the suspect sped off in a hurry. Racing through crowded areas and weaving dangerously, the car narrowly avoided multiple collisions in a desperate bid to escape.
Roger, we're 1080. Don't worry about this shit. We're trying to chase this car right now. Go. Okay. Is it parking up here? Get behind me.
Looking for Highway 80. Right here, Henry said right there.
You know it is. Stop. Go, get back. Go. We're setting up a hit. 204 eastbound. Hit it.
The pit maneuver caused the car to roll multiple times, ejecting the unbelted driver from the vehicle. Despite emergency efforts, the woman succumbed to her severe injuries. The incident is under detailed investigation. The suspect drove the stolen Nissan Sentra, recklessly crashing into another car and attempting to attack the victim. Police pursued relentlessly, using all their resources to subdue the suspect. The suspect's car was blocked, and while he tried to flee, he was quickly subdued. The suspect now faces charges of car theft and several serious offenses. A gentle nudge acted as a greeting from two strangers. However, it seems this guy didn't like that kind of hello, so he stepped on the gas to say goodbye instead. But parting ways before the friendship even begins feels a bit boring. And with that, the intense chase officially erupted. The jump was absolutely perfect, but the landing, I think, must have been incredibly painful. What do you think about this jump?
I gotta get him stopped. Right here.
Alright, we're past the Henry Bailey connector.
I bet he doesn't care about the lives of others or even his own. At this speed and with this recklessness, he's clearly choosing a path to spend a lifetime being taught a lesson in prison.
Yeah, nobody's wanting to get out of my way, so I'm having a hard time getting up there.
You're going the wrong side of the road, half the Sugar Hill Road, half the Sugar Hill. Fence trail, now you're coming back across the median.
Hold on, Hans, boy, I'm sorry. Slinging you around.
Just a second, I'm going to another street, man. I'm trying to get around all this traffic. He's going the wrong side of the road, possible 1050 right here, maybe. He's towards it, right? Motorcyclist. Samples Road, crossing across Samples Road. 1050 Samples.
A collision that seemed like it would seriously injure him, but who would have thought his hope for freedom was so strong? Still able to run, does he think he's Iron Man? I can't believe he's that tough. Let me crush that hope of his. Prison is always ready to welcome him. Come on, follow me. The high-speed chase began when police spotted a stolen pickup truck towing a trailer. The driver recklessly weaved and accelerated, creating a high risk of collisions. The chase ended when the pickup truck lost control and crashed into several vehicles. The suspect was arrested, and fortunately there were no injuries, a stark lesson on the consequences of fleeing. The chase intensified as the stolen motorcycle raced through treacherous curves. The suspect tried to evade capture at full speed, determined to escape. Finally, the motorcycle skidded and fell, and the police swiftly moved in to restrain the suspect. He was forced to surrender, admitting he was merely a transporter. The chase ended with an emotional moment as the vehicle's owner, teary-eyed, expressed his gratitude for the recovery of his vital means of livelihood. Florida police engaged in a high-speed chase involving a stolen Porsche Cayenne. The suspect recklessly fled through main roads, escalating the intensity of the pursuit.
Yeah, that's it now. No traffic troopers.
As the suspect tried to flee, police executed a precise pit maneuver. He was arrested with a Glock 19 drugs and $9,000, exposing a dangerous criminal network.
Yeah, guys, come.
The chase was intense as the suspect weaved and changed directions continuously to escape. Police stayed determined and relentless, refusing to give him any chance to get away. Despite the suspect weaving through narrow streets, the police persisted in their pursuit. The chase reached its peak when the car lost a tire, reducing its speed and allowing the officers to close in.
Yeah, guys, they're running. Okay, they're going underneath the R21, Okay, left, back to Griffiths, back to Griffiths. Okay, direction Red Park, approaching Griffiths, on Pretoria Road. Ja, dis op die agterpad, op Pretoria Road. By Griffiths nou, en dan gaan reguit, stop hulle! Yeah, we tried to box it in at Griffiths. He jumped the pavement.
With a series of precise maneuvers, police successfully stopped the suspect's vehicle. The suspect was swiftly arrested despite resisting, ensuring the safety of other road users. The tense chase erupted as the BMW sped away, leaving the sound of police sirens behind. The driver swerved recklessly, turning busy streets into a perilous journey. The climax occurred when a brave truck driver blocked the road, forcing the BMW to stop. Police quickly arrested the suspect. If it were you, would you dare to act so boldly?
Go, Frank.
The dramatic chase reached its peak as two reckless suspects on a motorcycle, without any protective gear, put themselves and everyone around them in extreme danger. When the suspects abandoned the vehicle and fled, an officer immediately gave chase, pursuing relentlessly and apprehending one suspect after a tense struggle, while the other remains the target of an intense manhunt.
Vai tomar, vai correr? Vai correr? Então corre, corre, levanta a mão, levanta a mão. Levanta a mão, vem cá.
The drug trafficking driver discarded evidence upon realizing he was being watched. Despite recklessly driving against traffic, police deployed TAC and stayed determined, refusing to let him escape.
All lanes occupied. Vehicle is to lane one. It's trying to navigate through traffic now. GMP got anything at 6? Stand by, there's a minor collision damage only. Oscar November, Oscar on a Polo, and we're back out to lane 3, third mile marker. Comms to end passover. Oh, vehicle's back on itself. It's rejoined main carriageway. No conflict with other road users. There was a broken down vehicle, but it's come to no incident. Vehicle is contraflow at the roundabout, but it's only the natural layout of the road. It's not a divide for conflict of other road users. And he's pushed himself into a solid barrier now. General direction, Terminal 1, and we are continuing now 30 miles an hour. He's tried to do a reset, and we are now into a closed multi-storey car park. I'm not going to be able to change lanes, it's not going to happen. We are through the barrier.
Finally, the suspect's car crashed into a barrier and came to a stop. Despite trying to flee, he was arrested near a hotel. The court sentenced him to 5 years in prison and a 5-year, 4-month driving ban. On a scorching summer day, 2 suspects stealing air conditioners from a store were caught in the act. As they ran through a parking lot, they were pursued by Border Patrol officers, sparking a tense chase. The chase ended when the suspect's car hit a police vehicle and crashed into a parking lot. The driver was subdued, and the other suspect was arrested after a failed escape, facing serious charges. In this breathless chase, the fugitive is risking his life, with each rev of the engine a step closer to the line of life and death. But can he escape, or is fate waiting at the end of the road? This chase is like a marathon of gas tanks. Whoever has more gas wins, but unfortunately the police don't worry about running out of gas. Only the fugitive worries about running out. Admittedly, both drivers in the chase were formidable. The policeman expertly navigated every corner, while the fugitive recklessly swerved as if he were risking his life. But in the end, his skills couldn't save him from being handcuffed. No helmet, covered license plate, and speeding through the winding roads at breakneck speed. A reckless act filled with danger, setting the stage for an inevitable chase. Every sharp turn, every dangerous swerve through traffic. Each near collision is a clear sign. He's gambling with his life. Suddenly, at the intersection, a car appeared out of nowhere. The motorcycle crashed head-on, the impact echoing like the final bell ending this dangerous game. The Dodge Ram 1500, wanted in connection with an armed robbery, came into sight, and Sergeant Roy Moomey and the Fort Smith patrol team immediately launched the pursuit.
That Dodge pickup just stopped through headquarters now at 1037 northbound.
As if he had nothing left to lose, the suspect barreled through the red light, veering deep into oncoming traffic, turning every surrounding vehicle into a deadly obstacle.
Now, we're back in U-Day. Railroad, 954. Yeah, he's back in U-Day. County still going eastbound. Okay. Hold on. It's still on eastbound. He's going to come right to the bridges.
The suspect's car barreled down the road at over 100 miles per hour. The terrifying moment hit as he slammed into the police car, lost control, and crashed straight into the barrier, ending the reckless chase. A gray Infiniti SUV was spotted driving without headlights. Ignoring orders to stop, it sped off recklessly, forcing police into a tense pursuit to contain the danger.
Show me 1080. Clear. Passing, chance to clear.
After the pit maneuver, the car crashed into a concrete wall and came to a stop. Police quickly subdued the driver. Despite his apologies, he faced strict consequences for attempting to flee. The unregistered vehicle evaded inspection, recklessly accelerating through narrow alleys. With dangerous turns, even the slightest mistake could lead to serious consequences. The chase reached its climax when the suspect suddenly disappeared, leaving behind the vehicle and the police in utter frustration, as victory seemed just within reach. At a breakneck speed of 115 miles per hour, the motorcycle recklessly dodged every police attempt to close in, showcasing incredible evasive maneuvers. The daring chase was filled with heart-pounding excitement. Desperate and struggling, the suspect was finally brought down by a decisive blow from the police, ending the intense chase and foiling his daring escape attempt. When the police activated their emergency lights, they had no idea they'd be facing a high-stakes chase. This dirt bike rider chose to defy the law, making everything unbelievably intense. Finally, when the police forced him off the road, he still tried to flee and resisted arrest, compelling the officers to use force to subdue him. Pryor Hicks was taken to the Bibb County Law Enforcement Center, and the dirt bike was impounded for lack of insurance and registration. The chase intensified as the motorcycle shot through the streets like a bullet, weaving daringly and slipping through narrow alleys, creating a scene filled with danger. He took advantage of every turn to try to make his escape. With no escape left, the vehicle tumbled onto the road, ending the reckless chase. The driver was apprehended, proving that fleeing only leads to harsher consequences. An armed carjacking sparked a dramatic pursuit. The driver and a teenage passenger were arrested, and the firearm was recovered near the scene. No injuries were reported, but both face serious charges.
Everyone, I think I have the vehicle. I'm okay at the moment. Got a man running. We're running through this church here.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Get on the ground right now!
Get on the ground!
Tensions escalated as the suspect exchanged gunfire with the police. After fleeing the scene, his vehicle was spotted in a parking lot, igniting a heart-pounding pursuit.
Shots fired, Lane! Shots fired! I'm going to get out of the opposite lane. Cross the back over. Head toward downtown. Lane, Eagle 1, be quiet. Hold on. Lane, shots fired. He shot fired. Shot at me again at the cemetery. That's the meeting now. He was shooting at me in front of the cemetery. We're still southbound coming up towards downtown Mount Dora. It's a white male, looked like a black handgun.
The suspect crashed into a building and fired at police. Officers returned fire, subdued him, and sent him for treatment. No officers were hurt, but the father's whereabouts remain unknown.
Signal 4. Signal 4, signal 4.
The police pursued a suspected stolen U-Haul speeding through narrow streets in an attempt to escape. The situation turned dangerous as the vehicle entered a dead-end street.
1106, he's going to be south on Broadway from 512. South on Broadway from 512. Somebody has some sticks. Somebody has some help.
I can't do a bit here.
just past Louisiana.
Copy.
For you, okay. 7-1-7.
All right, block 130th. We're going to a dead end on 89th Street. Going westbound.
Anyway, we're going east on 89th Street.
Going back southbound. Back southbound.
Still continue westbound from about 130 now. Stand by, crash 130.
Got someone in the passenger seat, unknown driver seat. We got two, one driver, one passenger.
The vehicle crashed at the dead end, bringing the tense pursuit to an end. 2 suspects were apprehended on the spot with no escape. Both are currently in custody for further investigation. Police coordinated a pursuit of a bank robbery suspect, racing through multiple streets and rest stops. This intense chase pushed the situation to its climax. A severe collision brought the vehicle to a halt. The suspect, seriously injured and gasping for breath, was quickly subdued by police. Despite the injuries, he still faces serious charges. Spotting a suspected stolen motorcycle, the police team immediately gave chase as the suspect attempted to flee. Despite recklessly looping back into the neighborhood, he couldn't escape the tight pursuit. Despite the complex traffic, police persisted and stopped the violator. The suspect was arrested and claimed the vehicle belonged to his cousin. But is this statement trustworthy? The tense chase erupted as the suspect, under the influence of stimulants, drove a stolen car and ignored stop orders. He recklessly fled, putting traffic in grave danger. Finally, after a tense chase, police apprehended the suspect. Tests confirmed the presence of drugs in his system, and he now faces charges of driving under the influence of drugs and car theft. The chase broke out as the suspect sped into narrow areas, forcing police to closely follow his every move. The situation became even more tense as he weaved through crowded and dangerous streets. After a tense standoff, police closed in as the suspect lost his composure. Despite recklessly speeding through streets and endangering others, he was ultimately subdued and arrested. Finally, a precise pirouette maneuver forced the car to the shoulder, halting the driver's escape attempt. Police quickly subdued and arrested the suspect, who now faces multiple serious charges.
No teraz vidím, jo, teďka možná teraz Dám.
A tense standoff unfolded between the police and the reckless fleeing suspect. The suspect's dangerous actions raised concerns, but the police remained determined to pursue him to the end. Finally, after a series of daring overtakes, the three suspects were subdued by police at the scene, ending the dangerous escape and being handed over for further investigation. Police pursued a white BMW speeding at 136 miles per hour, driving with its lights off and barreling through a hazardous construction zone. The driver slammed on the brakes, escalating the tension even further.
I'm passing Chicago right now. Coming up here.
Police executed a TVI maneuver, forcing the vehicle to stop. The suspect was arrested on multiple charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, and drug possession, with bail set at $30,000. Tense moments erupted from a flurry of gunfire in a parking lot to a high-speed chase involving a Kia Soul, racing at 80 miles per hour. Coordinated forces quickly blocked the road, determined to neutralize the threat.
We'll be stopping 40th and 32.
Hey, put the windows down!
Unit 10-3.
Hands out! Hands out of the car!
He's going to be 10-0.
Hands out of the car!
The driver or the passenger? Passenger.
Hey, hey!
Shots fired.
Where's he at? I can't see. Back in the car! Back in the car! Back in the car! Let's go!
I didn't get any.
Southbound on 40th test. Looks like they're moving. Yeah, we're gonna go call there and hold it. It's all yours. Alright, take one. Southbound on 40th. That's 26 hours.
Number 4, I'm in pursuit. Charging gonna be 24 on Leo. Traffic is light, road conditions are dry. Speed's approximately 80 miles an hour. Southbound 40th. Gonna be looking to go this way.
The chase ended in a tense standoff as the suspect stopped the vehicle, but refused to cooperate. Police cautiously approached and subdued the suspect, ensuring the safety of everyone nearby. A dramatic chase unfolded as the couple on the motorcycle sped down narrow roads to shake off the police. Despite having prosthetic legs, the rider boldly accelerated, ignoring the officers in close pursuit.
Aqui pra cá. Ah, que merda, cara. Faz muito barulho. Vamos tentar ouvir. As marcas da Silva. Boa noite, parou aí! Placa brava, deu. Foi no molhão, não? Tá legal, né? Não deu mais. Chegando no contorno, chegando no contorno. Tô chegando no contorno, do lado do contorno. Quase caiu. Eles colidiram, como é que eles colidiram na viatura? Colidiram na viatura, viraram na esquerda aqui, no sentido meu. Pegaram a direita do outro.
The tension rose as the suspect abandoned the vehicle in an abandoned house and hid. With keen instincts, the police swiftly apprehended him. Justice prevails, no matter how reckless the offender. The streets turned chaotic as the driver of a VW Polo recklessly sped onto a bike lane, evading the police with wild maneuvers and forcing many to dodge in fear. The driver left the bike lane, returned to the same route trying to escape, but lost control speeding uphill and overturned. Police quickly subdued him, ending the reckless getaway. The chase erupted when the driver of the black Fabia ignored a stop order, speeding recklessly and weaving dangerously through traffic, creating chaos on the road.
Tak, právě jsme zahli na Břechovku.
Já rozumím vám, máme to na mapě.
Do ulice Dělostřelecka. Uhýbáme doprava, on jede všude proti směru. Podle mě bude chtít vyskočit z toho auta a zdrznout. Jedeme směr Svatovíčka. Přijíždíme k tunelu, tak pojďme do tunelu. Ty vole, on to vzal proti směru dolů do Svatovíčka. Jedeme proti směru na Svatovíčský směr Kruhák. Uhnou do Kastový doleva, do protisměru. Já diplomatu směr Evropská. A nebo jede do garáží, ale to jede protisměru. Všude jede protisměru. Jo, na Evropskou jedeme. Teď se zařadil a jede na Kulaťáku do Evropskou. Ty vole, naboural auto červený, jde diplomatu, stůj.
The chase ended when the driver crashed into a parked car and hid in a garage but was arrested shortly after. The gun found in the vehicle and his refusal to undergo a drug test escalated the severity of the case.
Vehicle failing to stop, left, onto Riverca Road.
The stolen BMW M135 ice-sped at over 100 miles per hour, causing traffic chaos. After crashing into a barrier, the driver attempted to flee but was quickly apprehended and sentenced to 22 months in prison.
Just behind the vehicle now, held up by one vehicle. Riverca Road in the direction of the M53. Speed is currently 60 miles an hour. Unknown occupants, unknown weapons, unknown vulnerabilities believed to be a clone vehicle. Vehicle is now 100 miles an hour on Riverca Road.
Oh, sorry, you 444, Simon, safety car, please. 444, vehicle, feedback. Ground station.
The Volkswagen Passat driver fled dangerously, speeding recklessly. A precise pit maneuver sent the car into a ditch where drugs were discovered, leaving the driver facing multiple serious charges. The intense chase continues in the northern area. The suspect, recklessly driving an unmarked car, is quickly pursued by the police. With a sudden burst of speed, the race is on. Will the police outrun the fleeing suspect this time? The car speeds through crowded intersections, blowing through red lights and weaving like it's tearing up the streets. Every sharp turn feels like a challenge to fate. Everything spiraled out of control as the car suddenly crashed into a parked vehicle. It all came crashing down, and any hope of escape vanished. The tense chase ended with cold handcuffs, bringing the reckless run to a close. Early in the morning, the driver of a Nissan Micra ignored a stop order and sped across the border from Germany into the Czech Republic. A tense chase erupted as the forces of both countries coordinated to apprehend him. The tense chase ended when a barrier truck stopped the car. The driver resisted fiercely, forcing police to draw their weapons to subdue him. Tests revealed he was positive for methamphetamine. In the morning in Prague, police spotted a stolen Skoda Superb speeding by. The driver ignored the stop order, accelerated to flee, and plunged everything into chaos.
Nemá gumu. Na nás zautočil vozidlem, jo?
Jo, v pohodě, já...
Prosím tě, Petříko, jedeme okolo nějakých Radimovic, jo?
Ho teď zablokuju, tak se vybouráme znova.
Tak se vybouráme, no.
On už neujede.
On nemá kam, no.
Když zablokuju ty
Ale
dveře...
buď připravený, jo?
Po dveře, aby šel spolu jezdce. Takže se okamžitě když tak nebudeme.
Radimovice.
In the morning in Prague, police spotted a stolen Skoda Superb speeding by. The driver ignored the stop order, accelerated to flee, and plunged everything into chaos. Police gave chase when the driver fled from a stop order, speeding recklessly and endangering others on the road. The tense pursuit continued as he weaved through crowded streets.
It's a box. We're missing the box. Reason for stopping is we speed. The light we're going to need to go on 245. Hey, ask for, when we get out of the restricted zone, ask for permission to box. Hey, now we're passing Salem Drive, proceeding off of 75, white traffic. We're approaching Springfield Road. Blue light continuing south on 245. We're southbound near Ransom, Springfield. Approaching Brandon Drive. Speed about 112 on traffic. Way down, about 60 miles an hour right now. That thing's far back. Late coming, maybe stopping here. You should maybe slowing down. We're turning left onto he's taking back off. We're in a 35 mile an hour zone. We're on Spencer Mattingly Road. No traffic. Stay stopping it.
Finally, after a series of offenses ranging from speeding to resisting police, the suspect was detained on serious charges with a bail set at $20,000. The case remains under investigation. Police pursued a black SUV with Arkansas plates preparing to execute a PIT maneuver. Despite being ordered to stop, the driver continued moving and waved mysteriously, adding an air of intrigue.
Black Mazda, blacked out SUV, Arkansas tags. Lincoln X-ray 977 or 970. We got a pit. Stand by.
The driver was rushing to take their mother to the hospital but had to stop to ensure safety. After clarification, the vehicle continued its journey. How would you handle such a situation? Police received a report of a stolen Dodge Challenger and quickly gave chase. The car sped at 93 miles per hour, ran red lights, and swerved into lanes, creating a dangerous situation.
Rare speeds are about 80. It's occupied 2 times. I think we got all 4 of them coming up to Salem.
I'm not trying to see 80. Continue straight across Salem. Straight southbound. Looking out the road. You cleared it was successful. Affirmative. I have that leader at 111 Parkway. See what we got brought down by the Taylor as well. Oh, we got some troopers with as well. Come on. 1050.
The driver lost control, and the car plunged into a ditch in a chaotic turn of events. The chase came to an end, with the suspect facing multiple serious charges. The chase erupted as the unregistered Chevy sped recklessly through streets. Police stayed close, waiting for the right moment to act as the suspect kept fleeing. The chase erupted as the unregistered Chevy sped recklessly through streets. Police stayed close, waiting for the right moment to act as the suspect kept fleeing. On Wednesday afternoon, police pursued a driver fleeing a checkpoint. The suspect sped recklessly, overtook dangerously, and drove against traffic, causing chaos.
Ujíždí, jo? Směr Vídeňská ujíždí, teďko málem nabral nákladák. Jsme na kruháči, Vídeňská, směr Jesenice. Jede mu to fakt hodně, jo? A teďko míjíme Molku na Vídeňský. Teďko mám nabral auto. Jede v protisměru, předjíždí tady auta. Kontaktická spojka, kruháč. Jede Vestec. Nehoda! Je tady úplně v příkopě. Dobrý.
The chase ended as the driver lost control, crashed into a ditch, and tried fleeing on grass. Banned from driving and refusing tests, he faces up to 2 years in prison. Police spotted a Ford Mondeo speeding at 130 kilometers per hour with fake license plates. Despite weaving dangerously through narrow streets, the car was relentlessly pursued.
Stoplicht, rechtsaf, Nusselweg op.
Ja, krijgt Ford Mondeo, krijgt Duitsers in kennis stellen. We kunnen zo meteen weer de B56 op richting Duitsland. Rijden rechtdoor richting Nieuwstad. We gaan rechtdoor richting Nieuwstad, niet richting Duitsland. Dus we gaan richting het gebied van Echt. Even dus door.
Nog steeds rechtdoor op de brug in te staan. 100 km per uur. Regen. De gouverneur Hoebenstraat nu. Linksaf. Haverterweg. Weer meteen linksaf. Hoortstraat. Snelheid 90 km per uur. Middenweg. Linksaf. 1 persoon in het voertuig. Rechtsaf de Haverterweg op. Weer rechtsaf. Alta Weideweg. Snelheid 110 km per uur. Rijdt hier onder het viaduct door.
After turning through several streets, the car lost control and crashed into an obstacle, deploying the airbags and injuring the driver. Police immediately moved in, subdued, and arrested the suspect at the scene.